All right, so hopefully this is okay. Oh, this is like wobbly. I think that just might be the tripod. Um, yeah, I want to do this video outside. The bugs are kind of annoying though. They're flying around my face. And I also can't tell if it's like my hair because there's a little bit of wind that's like touching me. And then I see these bugs crawling everywhere. So a little annoying, but I will just do it in the car. It's taking me a few minutes of just sitting in the hot car to not, uh, I don't know, to get acclimated, I guess, before starting. Anyways, so obviously art is subjective. Everyone kind of has their own interpretation on, what the meaning of a particular art thing is, or piece of art or work of art is. And I know that there's lots of debates over, whether a personal interpretation of art is a thing that can be challenged, or like if there's a wrong way of kind of viewing art in that way. For me, I think I probably lean towards the, everybody's interpretation of the art is internal, obviously. So everyone's view on it, if they're getting something out of it, I think that that's probably fine. I don't necessarily know that if there's a wrong or right way to interpret a piece of art. Not really something that I've thought too much about. Honestly, I don't know how much that matters to me, I guess. In my mind, if I create something and it resonates positively with someone, then I think that the art was a net positive towards being created. So coming up with this video, I have had this, realization, I'm sure a lot of people have, that, art doesn't need to be for everyone, and that's okay. And I'm not talking about like class specifically, like in the olden times, only the wealthy people could enjoy art, etc. I believe that art should be able to be enjoyed by a variety of peoples, um, from like class and along class and race and whatnot, and age and all that sort of stuff. But it's okay if your art isn't well received by every person. Thinking about music, obviously music has different genres, and all of these different genres have different groups of people that are attracted to a certain thing. I guess for me, the most glaring, music thing for me, anyways, is country music, how it is definitely not for everyone, and there's a certain group of people that resonate with that kind of art. And I think that that's totally fine. I'm also okay not enjoying that art. So I was thinking about my art and kind of what I want my art to be. So just a couple of things that I wrote down as I was thinking about this is, for me, I guess it's the number one thing that is important to me is that I am being true to myself and being true to what I like and enjoy. And then kind of all these other things underneath this are things that are positives if they help people and whatnot. But for me, I am not trying to put weight really on any of these other things. So I would like my art to help people. I want my art to resonate with people also. And I was kind of thinking, you know, is being famous something that I care about? And I don't really know. Like, obviously, things associated with fame are stuff that will help you promote your art more to reach a wider audience. So, being famous, meaning you can do bigger concerts, release bigger collaborations. You can have people that are better than you at certain things help you create the best version of the art that you can or that you have envisioned. So all of those things, are kind of tied to fame, but I don't necessarily know if I care about being famous. I kind of on the lines of my art being true to who I am. Like, I want my art to reflect where I am in my current time and place. So, kind of like these videos that I'm doing, they're almost vlog ish with a topic, kind of. I don't know. It's kind of strange. But making these videos is representative of who I am in the current time of my life. And so I think that that's awesome. And then, like I said before, a bonus would be if other people resonate with it, then in my mind, that's a win-win. Going down the music creation side, I have desires to perform my music, and my goal is to create a song where, as I'm DJing, the everyone's popular song, and they turn down the volume or whatever, and they have the crowd singing. Like, to me, that is a very vivid image that I have in my mind. I know that someday I will get there, but to me, that would be, like the golden, I don't know, luck, the whatever it is, the viral song, or a song that you create that's purely you, that also resonates with a ton of people, helps a ton of people, and kind of gives off that energy. So I know that a lot of my art is not going to be that, which is totally okay, and I'm totally okay with that. But I would like to have some art around that point. Then I had some other questions about, do I want my art to be timeless? And I don't really know. Like, I think part of that having a hit that resonates with a lot of people is that, you'll have a couple of pieces that might be timeless, whereas others just aren't, or don't age as well, or whatever it is. So I think maybe this will be a balance between those things. The other one was, do I want recognition? And like, while recognition feels nice, I've never really been one to care too much about like pats on the back from other people. It does feel nice when you're recognized, for example, at work. It feels nice when my boss says, "Hey, I can tell you've been doing or that you've been working really hard and I appreciate that. To me, those things are nice, but it doesn't necessarily fill up my whatever tank of energy, however you want to think about that. So I'm not sure if I care much about recognition. And kind of the last one was maybe a bit morbid and going along with the art being timeless, but do I care if I am remembered? And that's something I haven't thought too much about, although I don't know if I care much about being remembered, at least by random people. To me, like, I would like to be remembered for, being a good human being and be remembered by people that I'm close with around me. But I guess I've never had like this grandiose vision of being in a history book or something like that. So yeah, I know that my art isn't going to be liked by everyone, and that's okay. I have took me a while to get to that point, but I think that I'm lucky in coming to this point where I know that I'm not going to be liked by everyone, and that's okay. Like, I don't need to be liked by everyone as long as the people I'm around or my friends and family like me for who I am, then it doesn't really matter. But I think being myself kind of trumps even all of that. Like, if I had a bunch of friends who stopped liking me because I, whatever, quit drinking, or they thought it was silly that I was, quitting drinking, I don't necessarily know if I care at all. Like, I don't know if I would care about those people then in the same way afterwards. Because I guess, like, the thing for me is the authenticity of being who you are and having people in your life that are accepting of who you are, even if it's not who they are or what they think is maybe like the ideal version of a person. But this, like, not caring thing, I think I was trying to think of when it started. And I know I've kind of like always liked my own thing, but being vocal about liking a thing might have been, I was just trying to think in high school when I was dating someone. They were very thoughtful and got me a bunch of gifts. One of them was a video game for the Wii, and another one was a World of Warcraft hoodie. And I remember saying, like, oh, I can't wear that. I want to return this and get something else. Because of, for me in high school, 2004 to 2008, the liking video games and stuff like that was very not cool, especially if it like wasn't Halo. So for me, having that, I don't know, that experience and then going and returning it, like, after I did that, I just felt bad. And maybe that was feeling bad in the sense of like I'm betraying who I really am. And this person knew me, and it was a very thoughtful gift. And I kind of threw it in their face, even though it shouldn't have been. I think that's kind of the point for me when that all changed. And I realized, like, why does it matter if someone thinks it's silly or whatever? If it's something that I enjoy, then that's good enough for me. Oh, I'm starting to sweat. So I guess the important thing for me is that I'm doing things for who I am, and I hope that my art has additional, points of people liking it and resonating with them. Yeah, so I guess the main takeaway is for my art, I just want to make things that are myself and not really cater to anyone else. And it's kind of contradictory because I'm posting this on YouTube for lots of people to see, but all right, so my phone overheated and I didn't realize, but I lost a bit of footage, but that's okay. So it'll be a little more noisy because I have the AC on, so hopefully my phone won't overheat. I'm sure it'll be fine. But what I was saying is, as contradictory as it sounds that I'm posting this on YouTube and whatnot, I'm posting it on YouTube for myself. However, I hope that other people can kind of see me posting on YouTube and this art that I'm doing and enjoy it, and hopefully they can get something for that. So, like, I just want to make things that are true to me and what I'm trying to accomplish in my life, and just be myself. So, yeah, that's the takeaway that I'll give to you is be yourself and make things that you want to make. And I know that's difficult to block other people out in terms of criticism or what they like or don't like. And I haven't even gotten to a point where there's like a lot of pushback on, or any pushback really. But I'm hoping that in the future, even when I do start receiving pushback and whatnot, I'll be okay with that and just realize that, my art isn't for everyone. But as long as I'm being true to myself, then that's all that matters to me, and that's all that should matter. So, yeah, that's the end of the video. Take care, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.